I think, guys, this will probably be the last Bullnose video. Oh my god, it runs! Oh yeah! Yeah! Well, I have some problems with the old 4BT. A little while ago I put some waste oil in the tank like I usually do. And I noticed right after I did that, she got a little cranky. Starts up okay, but no power. And it's been getting worse and worse. In fact, I put $70 worth of diesel in it and now it won't go any faster than 60. You can mat it to the floor and it's like brrr. So I'm thinking what happened is, since there's no strainer in the pickup tube in the fuel tank, it probably sucked up some trash that's been in there and may or may not have plugged up the screen in the lift pump. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna unhook the fuel line and see if we get any fuel flow just by gravity bleeding it or letting it drain by gravity. If we got good flow out of that, then we're probably good. I'm thinking I'm going to take some compressed air and just blast the line a couple times to make sure there's nothing trapped in any of the tubes. Because this is kind of what happened to Todd's Bronco. He got pine needles in his pickup tube and it was causing cavitation, and that cavitation was giving him air intrusion, or at least simulating it, and it was causing one hell of a ride for Todd. Anyways, I think on this truck here, we've got some trash stuck in the pre-screen on the lift pump, or a blockage somewhere, let's just put it that way. And I think, pretty sure that's the cause, because when these injection pumps go out, in my experience, it don't run no more. It's gone. Any kind of wear in the head that actually distributes the pressure and to each injector to fire, if it loses pressure, it's not going to fire. It's done. I also tried draining the filter to make sure there's no water at the bottom of it, and that's not the case. There's no water, and I've checked it 2 or 3 times with 2 different filters. Now we can check it again. This has been sitting for a few days. We can check it again. And if there's nothing there, then we know it's not water in the fuel. I thought maybe I've got some coolant in there because I know the fluid extractor had some coolant in, but I drained it out pretty good. So, and I've had water in the fuel before, and all I did was drain the filter or change the filter out, and it was fine. I put a different filter on this, and it is not fine. And also, when I hit the plunger on the lift pump, it's got a pretty good throw on it. And I'm only getting a really tiny bit of fuel out of it. So I'm wondering if it really is got a blockage somewhere. The other problem I'm having with this truck is the water pump's going out. So even if I get this fixed, I can't really drive it because it's leaking coolant. And because the lovely vacuum pump kit that I got, the seal kit that I got, couldn't use the big O-ring for the pump, and I reused the old one, and guess what? It leaks like a sieve. It's not leaking coolant real bad, but it's enough to where it's like, alright, that's enough. I'm thinking about selling this and using the money I get from this to fund the next vehicle / project. And although I really love this truck, I've had it for 7 years now. I want to get something newer. With everything done to this truck, I've been wanting to put full coverage on it, and I can't really do that because it's too old. And I've got full coverage on the Lincoln, and I want full coverage on my truck. So that's part of the issue. The other thing is, this thing's a little too small for me now. The bucket seats were a slight improvement, but it's just not working out. I can't lean back very much because it's a standard cab truck, and I need something with at least an extended cab or a 4-door. You know, my goal is to actually get a Super Duty. That's what I really want. Okay, so... oh yeah, we got fuel flow. That's pretty good right there. It comes out no problem. So what I'm looking to do is get a Super Duty. I'm looking at a few 7.3 Super Booties. And I want one. Imagine that, 7/8. I want a Super Booty. I think it would be a good project vehicle for this channel. It'd be something different, and definitely different for me. And you know, the one that I'm looking at, I'd get a lot more room out of it, and plus we can mess around with a 7.3. I've actually been wanting to mess around with one. I guess this is going to take the whole thing out, but that's okay. There's a... they did something to that Bronco. That sounds like ass. Good thing I got the drain pan there. And there's nothing in the pickup tube. Yeah, I can see right through it. It didn't suck any trash up. I've run a lot of waste fuel through here, and I've never had a problem with it. There's a couple bits, but not really anything to write home about. Spring looks good. So here's the piston. It's got a little bit of scoring on it, but nothing too bad. So yeah, I'm gonna have to list this thing as having some kind of injection pump problem. I think the high pressure pump and the injection pump's going out. Well, that's what's going on. I really want to call an injection pump on this. I really don't want to deal with it. I really don't. We got good flow from the fuel tank. Our lift pump is obviously working fine. The scoring that's on it I couldn't catch any of it with my finger. So, and that's been like that ever since I got it. I've seen scoring on it from before, and I've had that 2 years now. So, I mean, I think I've got Todd's lift pump around here. We could swap that and the line and see if that makes a difference, but, you know, those pumps only put out between 2 and 7 psi. This pump is rated at 15. So even if it lost a little bit of pressure, it would still be more pressure and volume than the lift pump. And that piston fits snug in that bore, but it can move freely in there. So I'm not too worried about that. I think the lift pump's fine. We don't have any trash in the pre-screen. So, seems to me an injection pump is the issue. It's got a full tank of diesel. So, when I modified my sending unit, there was 2 spots that got soldered together, and that's well to the bottom of the tank, so we're way up above. So I'm gonna roll out fuel air intrusion. All the other lines I checked are tight. They're not leaking or anything. Never had to touch them. I think, guys, this will probably be the last Bullnose video. I'm thinking we're gonna let her go and pick up a new rig. So I've been wanting something different for a while now, which is also kind of why I haven't been doing much to this truck. And it's, with it being like this lately and getting worse and worse as I'm driving it, thinking I'm just going to send it down the road. I've had it for about 7 years now. It's the first truck that I've put together and modified and stuff. But I think I want to get a new one, a newer one anyways. And I've been looking at some Super Booties, 01 to 02 with the 7.3. I've been real interested in one of those. I've found a few that are decently priced in my opinion, and around 10 grand. And I think it'd be fun to get one of those. I'm looking at getting one that's pretty much bone stock, that really hasn't had any, at least lifts done to it. I'm selling it as is, the sound system and everything. Everything that's in this truck. This truck as a whole, I'm letting it go. I'm going to go ahead and say this. It's been years now, but that crew cab that Adam had, he let it go for $6,500. Maybe I can get more. Let's see. And sorry if I'm making some of you mad, but this is just, you know, part of life. You know, you sell something and get something new. I'm probably going to regret it. But I want a new truck. I want a new truck. Plus all the other stuff I wanted to do to this is going to cost me like 5 or 6 grand, and I just kind of want to put that money into a different rig. Now I'm just coming up with excuses. We gotta go, tubes. We gotta go. I'm gonna go cry. I'm gonna go cry in my room. I'll see you guys later.